coupled to this that goes into this that glues into that. This is what real plumbers do.
I don't like it.
Okay, we're back with the, well, I don't know if I would call them the proper plumbing fittings. We figured out how to make it work. So we got to cut and glue and tape some stuff, and hook it up, run our water, and wash our hands.
Turn it on.
Turn it on and see if it works. Do you remember way back, like 3 videos ago, when we talked about how dumb this flexible P-trap thing was? Now this is interesting. It looks like a P-trap, but it's actually a flexible tube that's like formed in this P-trappy thing that's actually not sealed, but the flexible tube goes all the way through it. Well, we're gonna use it. We went through all that trouble. We got the weird ABS version. We're gonna try to transition, do this whole thing, but Ashley found a different way. So here's what we're doing. Remember how this had a non-standard connection? We're just going to cut this off, push it into this, and use this to couple to this that goes into this that glues into that. It's easy. Almost done with the drain. So, is that where we want the sink? Does that look good?
Yep.
Okay, it's time to cut off the big roll of PEX and connect it to, where did that piece go? Ball valve, so PEX on this side will go to the flexible tube on the other, which will go into the pump. That should complete all the plumbing.
Which means we can turn the water on?
We get to try it out. Let's see how it goes.
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you on. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love.
So I just need to.
I'm gonna go turn the water on real quick.
I got one more hose clamp. I keep leaving them over in the garage. I need one more and then we'll be done.
Get the socket set while you're there.
It's too late for that now.
Now we gotta tighten everything up. Just grab it. You know we're gonna need it.
You don't trust my tightening skills?
I just know our water problems. I'm gonna go open out here. You ready?
Yep.
Don't do it till I come in. I want to see it.
Okay, so here's what we don't know. We don't know whether we set it to hot or cold because we only plugged one in. So we're just gonna have to try it.
Try each one.
Definitely this one.
I don't think it'll do it when there's water in it.
I hope not. Are you sure it's open out there?
Yes,
Okay.
but it's not working.
I know. It's probably gonna take a while. It's a long way to...
Shouldn't water just come out? Because it's like gravity. Shouldn't it go... Can you stop that for a second? Shouldn't it be gravity to this? I mean, we have more water than the height of this. I haven't heard anything come through.
I don't know. I wonder if all the venting is a problem.
Maybe we don't have enough water that's like to the outlet.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Yep, that's the problem. Okay, so we need to add some water.
We'll go turn the hose on.
I wondered why I heard the squeaky coming out of here.
See the squeaking stuff.
It's probably crying in the pump now.
You can definitely hear it.
Oh my gosh, it worked!
Come here and do it. You do it. It's very exciting.
I have to say, I was not entirely convinced that this whole thing would work. But, I mean...
We don't need a ton of pressure. We don't need a ton of water, so...
It's not a lot, that's for sure.
It's okay. It's also barely, filling up where it is, so...
Right, yeah.
There's not much pressure on that line.
So I guess we need to, oh, I hear it draining.
Yeah. Oh, should we go check the drain?
Yeah.
There's still tape on it. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Look at it. We did
We
it.
plumbed something. I think that's the first time we've ever, plumbed anything.
Actual plumbing.
We've done lots of water lines, but no...
Oh, we did
actual-
plumbing for the Airstream.
That's true, for the septic.
Yeah. But this is a big deal.
Also, the pressure, now that it's filling up, it comes out a lot more when you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty good. That's not bad. It does take a minute to for the pump to recharge itself though.
Mm-hmm. This is so exciting. Can we do this in the house?
No.
How excited are you?
We have foot-powered water.
We have foot water. We're very excited. This is a big deal. I need to get some soap and a towel and cute stuff.
Well,
But we're a ways from that.
Yeah.
So now that we're done with all the plumbing, you're going to clean that up. I'm going to work on cleaning up in here. We need to clean off the bottles, the header. I need to stain some of the ledges in here
yeah.
and just get this all wrapped up. I need to clean the ceiling off.
Yeah.
So little things.
And then we gotta go get some trim for the inside of this door, and we might have to get the plaster back out.
Ugh.
Ew.
I don't want to. Let me clean up.
Okay.
What are you doing, babe?
What? Well, small problem in our plan. By only hooking up one water hose, because we didn't need hot water, apparently if there's water in the faucet, it will drip out of the one where you didn't put a hose.
Oops.
Oops. So I had to go find the other hose, put it on there, and then I made myself a little cap I'm just gonna add to it.
You're like a real plumber.
I guess this is what real plumbers do.
I bet you'll never guess where I am. I'm back in the bathroom and I'm going to be working on the trim on the inside of our door. So I need to cut some pieces for this and get them installed, and then I'll stain them. My goal is to not have to do more plaster. I have a few ways that we can go around having to do plaster. Let's get to it. Hi, buddy. I'm going to stain the wood that I just put up, and I'm also going to stain, you can kind of see the buck on the side here. So what we did in the shed was just scrape that off because there's a little bit of mud on it, plaster. So I'm going to scrape that off and I'm just going to stain it. Or should I do plaster? How about we'll stain it first, and then if it looks too weird, we'll put plaster on it. I think we're gonna have to plaster it. Ugh. Now, the smell of stain, people either love it or they hate it, but I absolutely love it. It reminds me of my dad's garage when I was a kid growing up, and every time you'd walk in there, it would smell like stain or gas. Good memories. Anyway, it's all stained. I am going to have to add plaster around it. I'm not happy with how it, when you try to stain around plaster, it tends to just bleed. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and add some plaster. There's not a lot of places that I need to do it, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. We are gonna end up painting this door, and I have something fun planned for the window, but I'm not sure what I need to do next, honestly. Oh, you know what I could do? I need to go epoxy the toilet seat. That's been on my list for a long time. I've never done epoxy, so I'm a little bit nervous about doing it. But there's only one way to learn. So let's go do that. All right, so even though I don't know a lot about epoxy, there is one thing I do know, and that is you don't want to epoxy something on a flat surface. So I'm gonna add some screws to this plywood table to raise up the seat, and then we can start pouring. The directions are a little bit confusing, but I think I figured out. We need to mix equal parts resin and hardener in 2 separate cups. We're going to stir the resin for 2 minutes. Then we're going to pour the resin into the hardener and stir for an additional minute. Then we pour it on the surface. This is the problem. I don't know how much that's going to take. I feel like we're probably gonna have to buy a whole nother kit for the other side. Should have put gloves on. I said to put gloves on. I just remembered. It wasn't as hard as I thought.
No, it wasn't too bad.
And the 2 cups was like the perfect amount for this surface. The problem is I have less than half of those bottles left.
But you
So
did
it's
do the
like- I
sides, so
know, so
maybe,
it's like, it's going to be really close.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we should just go ahead and get another one or just try to make it work with what
also,
we have.
we have to wait, what, like a solid
24
2
hours.
days?
Yeah, 2 days.
For this to cure? That's way too long. We gotta get this done.
We can do other things. We still have to paint the door. I'm gonna have to plaster around the inside of the door because I know it's gonna be fine.
The other thing we really need to do quickly is we need to cut this metal and make our lids, because I don't like this big metal with the wind here.
Yeah.
Just
Do you want to
sitting
do that right now?
Yeah, I think so. So when the barrels aren't in use, you still need to keep them covered, and you need screen over them. So we've got some corrugated metal, and that provides airflow because of the dips in the metal.
Which isn't super important until the barrels are full.
True.
But we're gonna go ahead and have them all ready and covered. That way we can store things on top of those seats.
Got something in my eye. Hold on.
If you were wearing safety glasses, maybe you wouldn't have.
We aren't working.
Okay, guys, we're going to cut some metal.
Now I'm gonna get my safety glasses.
Okay, good.
Take me out, I wanna see big, big lights, they shine on me. I wanna lay my head and feel the beat. That's my way. That's my way. Take me out, I wanna hear.
Alright, look at that.
Okay. Now, because the edges are sharp, we have ordered some, what do you call that?
Like edging.
It's a plastic edging to put all around these because we know other people will be in here and we don't want anybody getting cut. So that is on its way. Now, this is going to be the first barrel. That's the barrel that will have the seat on it. So what we could do is go ahead and cut our no-seam screen and
And do the springs and the hook.
do the bungee thing
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go get that no-seam screen, the string, the bungee, and that shouldn't take too long to put on.
Okay.
Is it alright if I stay?
Okay, we actually already had one done, so I'll show you how it goes on. We cut a circle, way bigger than the barrel. Put it all around it. Then we just have this nylon rope We put it on a spring, knotted it, and burnt the ends so that it won't come apart. This just goes around the lip of the barrel like that, and the spring keeps it tight. And then just pull that screen down so everything's nice and tight. It's like a little skirt.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a little skirt.
Aww.
With a toilet seat.
And then this will go on top. And that will keep all the bugs out.
Just stay. Take our time far behind. Leave our pride. Oh, is it alright if we stay? Is it alright if I decide but change my mind? Is that okay?
Alright, we got the screens on the toilets, we have the covers on the toilets, and we're waiting on the toilet seat, the epoxy, to dry, and that's going to take at least 2 days. So let's work on the door. We're going to take it off the hinges, take it over under the solar panels, and start painting. It's not going to be brown. Okay, that is the first time I've ever used milk paint. So far, I don't like it. I just wish I would have bought the exterior paint that I used on our shed door. But I'm gonna give it a couple hours to dry and look at it later and then see if we want to just sand it down and redo it or if it can be salvaged. We'll see.
Well, it's that time again. The names are scrolling. The wind is really blowing. The birds won't shut up. The sun is shining. It means it is time to say thanks to our tiny, shiny homies. Those are the people that help support us each month. And if you look really closely, you might see a new person on the list. Angela. So, before the wind blows me away, I just want to say thanks, homies. I gotta go. Bye.
If you've been following us for any length of time, you'll know what this means. It's almost time to stucco. But first, I am going to work on the inside of our bathroom door. So, paint is ready. I've already mixed it up. It's somewhere. And just need to get it on so it can dry. Once it's dry, we'll sand it down, smooth out that paint a little bit better. Then we're going to add some linseed oil and really seal it together and make sure that it's super weatherproof. Big day, lots to do. Let's just get started.
Edge of angels come to corners with me. Riddle out every shadow you see. Ring a bell, shake a cross, give 'em hell, whatever the cost.
I'm going to play around with this idea of not painting the entire door. This is the inside, so I feel like I can be more creative with the inside of the door. Once this dries, I will need to sand it to smooth out the brush marks. This is kind of a common thing with milk paint. So I kind of like the idea of just letting it fade to the natural door. And once I add the linseed oil to seal this paint, it should darken everything up, and I think it'll be a really interesting contrast. For those of you who are asking about the color of the door, it's called Tropical Jade from the Real Milk Paint Company. I like it.
I've been contemplating all my time. My thoughts make me tired, just running through my mind. Wonder if there's peace that I can find, instead of always being on the grind.
Just about every time the door is open, you will find Tiger in here. They love being in here, so I'm kind of nervous. I've always said we will never have cats in the house. I don't know what's going to happen when we actually build our house. He loves it inside. Also, he doesn't hunt. He's like the laziest cat. He just eats all of the food and lays around. But we still love him. He's not going anywhere. So the next step on the door saga, now that I've got it all sanded and faded the way I want it, I'm going to go grab our linseed oil and show you guys the magic.
It gets so loud that I can barely hear. But your words speak much louder than all my fears. Sometimes I just wanna disappear, running until I can feel you near. I need a new version.
I knew that this was going to be cool. It's just way cooler than I thought it was going to be, and I cannot stop smiling. I'm so happy with how this has turned out, and I think I'm going to have to do this to the other side. I painted the entire side of the door, but after seeing this experiment on the inside, we're going to have to do that. So with the linseed oil, you're sealing the paint, but you're also sealing the wood. So you want to apply as much linseed oil as the door will take. So I just keep reapplying until it stops soaking in, and then just take a washcloth rag and wipe up the excess and let it dry. Should be good. It's so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. It's time to work on the other side of this door. You can see that I've painted all of it. Totally regretting that decision now. But I'm going to rough it up a little bit with some sandpaper, and then we'll seal it, let it dry a little bit, and hang it back up. Then we need to start on stucco. But first, let's get this side done. I think it's going to turn out okay. Not as cool as the other side, but still cool.
We hope you've enjoyed this random grab bag of stuff we've been working on.
Random things, toilets and doors and...
This is good. It means we are on our final punch list and we're punching things off.
Well, I'm just checking things off on my phone, where my list lives.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't punch anything.
punching things off violently.
Okay. All right. Well, our door is drying, and once that is dry, we can reinstall it. But we do need to stucco, so it may be off the wall for a little bit.
Yeah. Also, We're still waiting on the epoxy to dry on that toilet seat.
Yeah, I don't know if you were here when I said I think it's messed up.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I've never done epoxy. I need to reach out to a friend and see, because she does epoxy all the time. We'll see. We'll give it another day to dry. If it's not dry tomorrow, we have a problem.
Oh yeah, that would be a problem.
Yep. But nothing we can't fix.
We'll figure that out. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to wrap up today.
Yeah.
Because it's actually early and we're about to start yet another
day.
punch on this punch list.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We'll see you very soon. I just had a thought.
What?
What if is the water ever going to be above the sink in the tank? Because if the water was higher in the tank, it could just like come out.
No, because you have a pump.
Maybe, I don't know.
Nothing's coming out, babe.
I know.
What does that mean?
Are you sure it's open out there?
What did you order? Thingy for bugs.
And let the air flow.
My nose is running. Paint the door. Do the window thing for the door. That is a little top secret. Nose frustration until they try to cut a circle out of corrugated metal. Before we can put that on, we do need to vacuum out. There's a couple bugs in the barrels.
Oh no.
I know.
I mean, we could just compost the bugs. They're dead, right?
They weren't dead. They were crawling around. Found it. Ready? It's a little dusty in there.
And those names are scrolling on either side of me. And there's a couple of birds back there that are just being real birdie. And if you look really closely, you can see, oh my gosh, it's so windy.